Do this one thing for your SMMA and you'll make infinitely more money. Now you're probably wondering, Stefan, what is this one magical silver bullet that I can just digest and teleport my way to $1 million a month? Well, I'm going to give it to you. Here's the answer. Make life simpler for your prospects. I'll say it again. Make life simpler for your prospects. Now, I'm going to expand on this and tell you how to apply this because that probably means nothing to you. When I say make life simpler, what I'm really saying is decrease the friction to make it easier for your prospects to do the things you want them to do and to make the money. And so I'm going to give you a plethora of different examples of how you can apply this in your business. So just listen to this and then take the ones that work for your business, apply them, make life easier for your prospects, and watch as your bank account grows. I'm telling you, okay? So when I say make life easier for your prospects, like I'm saying remove friction. And so why this works and how you can apply this is because if you want someone to do something, the easiest way to make them do that thing is to make it easier for them to do that thing. For example, imagine if you wanted somebody to take out the trash can. And you're like, hey, brother, can you take out the trash can? If the trash can was 100 miles away, and he had to swim through Great White Rapids, and he had to fight off a lion, he would be less likely to say yes than if you had already packed the trash can, put it right in front of the door where he walked out, and he only had to carry it 5 feet. Now, I know this is a very extreme example, but the point is the easier you make it to do something, the more likely you are to have people do that thing, okay? So, how we can apply this in our business to make more money is in a variety of ways. For example, on your cold calls, when you're calling somebody, instead of making someone commit to a 30, 40-minute sales call, make them commit to only a 5-10 minute phone call, perhaps later that day or tomorrow. Way less commitment, it's easier to say yes to than a 30, 40-minute Zoom call, right? It's these small little micro commitments. Once again, you're making it easier. For example, on your landing page, on your funnel, instead of asking 1,000 different questions to try and qualify people, ask way less questions so you can get way more volume and then qualify on the back end. Once again, make it easier for your prospects. And instead of letting prospects hypothesize on what you want them to do, for example, if you're on an ad, tell them what you want them to do. Hey, if you liked everything I just talked about in this ad, click the learn more button below. It's going to direct you to an opt-in page that looks like this. You're going to fill in your information. You're going to get access to this, and then you're going to be able to schedule a call with their team to chat about how we can help you grow. Make it easier for them to do the thing you want them to do. Getting results for your clients, right? And let's say if you have a service and in that service, let's say you run ads for your client and the ads are running good, but the client isn't calling the leads and therefore they're not closing. What you could do is get mad at your client and say, hey, you suck, you should call these leads. Or what you could do is say, hey, you know what, let me make your life easier. Let me call those leads for you and book them in your calendar so that you can make more money. You're making your prospect's life easier. And therefore, you will increase the chance that they make more money. And I can go on and give a bunch more examples, but I want you to take this idea of make life easier for my prospects, for my clients, and apply it to everything you do. Like from step A, which is the marketing, whether that be cold calling, whether that be cold email, whether that, I'll even give you an example for cold email. Instead of having someone say, yes, I would like to book a call, make them say yes to learn more info. So instead of saying, hey, reply yes if you want to book a call with me, say reply yes if you want me to share a bit more information on how the system works. Or, let me know if you'd want me to send over a video further explaining how this could work for you. That's a lot easier to say yes to than perhaps, hey, here's my calendar, booking a call, right? It's easier for them to just say yes to the smaller commitment thing. And so what I encourage and what I want you to do is to think about everywhere in the business where you can make life easier for your prospects and also how you could do that. Because there's so many steps, right? There's the marketing, the cold email, the cold call, the ads, the whatever, right? Then there's showing up to the call. How could you make it easier for the prospect to show up to the call? Well, instead of just hoping that they magically have the link somewhere, make sure they add the call to their calendar. How can you do that? You call them up, make sure they have it on the calendar. If they don't know how, you could show them how via an email. Look at that, right? What you could also do is before the meeting starts, 2 minutes before, you could send them the link. You could send it to them on Instagram, text message, and email. Once again, making it easier for them to join. Right? Everything comes back to this. If you want someone to do something, make it easier for them to do that thing. And so if right now you're like, I wish I had a better show up rate. I wish I got people to book more calls. I wish my clients got better results. Just replace that statement with, I wish I booked more calls with, How can I make it easier for my prospects to show up to my calls? And you'll probably have a good list of things that you could do to make it easier. And write everything down, even if it sounds stupid, right? Even if it sounds as stupid as, well, if I went in person to my prospect's business, there'd probably be a higher chance that they show up to my call. And I know it sounds crazy, but you can use this to get different ideas of what you could do to increase the show up rate in this example. And so the point is this, I'll say it again to really drill this home. Make life easier for your prospects. Make life easier for your prospects, because the easier you make their life, not only the happier they will be, but they'll also pay you way more money. And you also get more of the market share because you're eating more of your customers' complexity. And especially on the front end side, the marketing side, right, the sales side, you will get more flow because you're making it easier. There's a lot of people running super complex lead magnet, self-opt-in, funnels. If you just keep it super, 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 super simple, you will probably get more results. Because people are trying to over-complexify business when business wasn't made to be complicated. Businesses aren't actually complicated. I posted a whole video about this on my second channel. Business is simple, not easy. But people try and overcomplicate business to make it seem harder than it is. Therefore, they can fulfill their burning desire. I don't know, okay? But the moral of the story, I'm going to wrap this video up so I can get back to work, is that you need to make life easier for your prospects, to make it easier for them to do the thing you want them to do. Because the easier you make your prospect's life, the more yeses you will get, the more money you will make, and the happier you and your clients will be. So take this concept, apply it to your business, and comment. You know what, do me a favor, comment down below how you're going to apply this to your business. Let me know, because I want to know. Anyways, go watch my other videos if you like this, and I'll text. I will not text you. I will talk to you later.